So the first secret of being a world champion public speaker is, which I tell everyone, is get yourself a world-class mentor, get yourself a world-class coach. That is very, very important. It's not that I'm trying to market myself to you. You can get any coach that you want. You just have to Google and get a speaking coach, not a speech coach, a speaking coach, a public speaking coach. Now, why do I say this? Why do I say this? I'll give you from my personal example. Now, when I started off in public speaking, I didn't know there was a coach. I didn't know there was a mentor. I never knew anything like that existed. All I knew was, okay, if you want to be good at public speaking, keep practicing. So I would just about do whatever I knew in a very limited sense. I would take a script, do it by myself, memorize word for word. Even when there were competitions of 15-minute speeches, I would memorize the whole speech of 15 minutes. That's close to, I think, 2,000 or 2,500 words. I would literally by heart all of it, and I would deliver it. So I didn't know what it was. But fortunately for me, I kept winning prizes. I kept winning trophies and certificates. So I thought I was great. I thought no end of myself until I came down back to Dubai, that is from India. And, mind you, I had won substantial amount of certificates, substantial amount of trophies. I was a gold medalist. I had taken part in national level competitions. So I thought I was really great. But when I came down to Dubai and I joined a Toastmasters club and I started to speak there and take part in different competitions, I never was actually winning beyond a particular point. I was just not succeeding. I didn't know what was wrong. That is where somebody told me, go to this person and, start getting mentored. And, I went to that person. I was like, okay, fine, whatever. And what I realized is there were so many areas which I didn't pay attention to. And then from there, I improved a little bit more. And obviously, once you start progressing, you want to get better. So I went to that person, but then that person was busy. That person introduced me to somebody else. Somebody else introduced me to somebody else. And finally, when I decided to take part in 2004 for the Middle East Championship of Public Speaking, I was introduced to this gentleman whose name was Lucky Savlani in Dubai. And then I got introduced to my mentor, who turned out to be my mentor for 16 years, Mohammed Murad. Okay, he's amazing. He's simply amazing. So they started to refine my skills even more. And lo and behold, to my surprise, I won the Middle East Championship of Public Speaking. That was only because of a mentor. And from there on, I started to seek out professional mentors, professional mentors who would get paid professionally. I went and sought out mentors who are good at editing. I sought out mentors who are good at body language. I sought out mentors who are good at voice, at pronunciation. So as I kept meeting different mentors, I got even better. As I look back at my 20-year career, what I've realized is I improved so much more because of mentors. And had I, sometimes I think about it, if I had got a mentor when I was, let's say, 14 or 13 or 9 years old, maybe today I would be a full-time professional speaker. Maybe I'd be on television. Maybe I'd get paid in terms of millions. There are speakers who get paid almost close to $1 million US. Like Donald Trump gets paid 1.5 million just to give a 1-hour speech. Bill Clinton gets paid around that much. I know some of my friends obviously didn't take their permission to give their names, but one of them gets paid $70,000 US just to go deliver a speech. I think that's a good amount of money. Today I get paid, if someone has to speak to me on Skype, I get paid around $500 US. So that's good. So the point I'm trying to tell you is, when you get yourself a professional mentor, someone who's really good, you shave off, you remove almost 10 years of a learning curve, and you achieve success far more faster. So if I could give you the first and most important point, that is, get yourself a professional mentor. Now, there can be a possibility you cannot afford one, then you do what I did. Because when I started off my career, I was working as a shopkeeper, a toilet cleaner, a security guard, a bellboy. I didn't have money. So I would go and ask people. I would go ask people who are better than me. So that can be the first step of mentoring. Go and ask people who are better than you. And there are many people who are kind enough to guide you. Or you can even watch videos, read books if you cannot approach people. So there are different levels and different steps. But if you if you honestly ask me, the first step towards achieving success as a world champion public speaker, get yourself a world-class mentor, someone who you like, someone who you trust, someone who you believe cares about you. And I prefer getting a paid professional, because when you pay them money, they have a responsibility to take care of you. So they don't take it lightly. So get yourself a professional mentor, and that is how you start your journey. Now, obviously, there is a question, how do I select a mentor, or on what basis? It's very simple. Just find out someone who you admire, someone who you love, someone who you look up to. Now, it's not necessary that every person you look up to would be a good coach. Not every great performer or athlete can be a good coach. So you need to find out, you need to find out the right balance. Like, let's say, for example, Lucky Sablani, who's my mentor, he's not who was my mentor. He is not a world-ranked speaker, but he is the world's best coach. I'll tell you that. He's simply amazing. Now, Mohammad Murad, who is the person I really love, I really respect. I consider him the greatest coach in the world, Mohammad Murad. Now, he has not won any competitions. He is not interested to take part in competitions. He's just not interested. But the wisdom that he has in terms of guiding someone is I would say is worth millions. So remember this. Just in terms of choosing a mentor, just because a person is not a world-ranked athlete or performer does not mean they can't be a world-ranked coach. And just one last example to solidify this claim is, remember, Usain Bolt's coach is not the fastest runner in the world, but he has made Usain Bolt the fastest runner in the world. So when choosing a mentor, keep this in mind, that you need to have someone or take someone who you can trust, who you believe, who will push you to being the best. I prefer someone who I pay commercially because I know they're getting a benefit, and obviously they're giving me a benefit, or someone who you can have a win-win relationship with. And choose this person so that you save time. Instead of spending 10 years learning and making mistakes, you have someone who just cuts off all those mistakes and help you achieve the best of what you can possibly achieve. So the first step in becoming the world champion of public speaking or becoming a world-class speaker is having a world-class mentor. So this is the first tip I can give you. This is Loy Macedo. I hope you enjoyed my video session. If you have any questions, please send it to me at loy@loymacedo.com. Do share and like this video. And remember, if you'd like to donate to my channel, that is through PayPal, loy@loymacedo.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Goodbye.